Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another build video here on the channel. I am Fuzzbrain. Thank you so much for watching. So today we are in the Savage Divide, just south of RNG Station and the Spruce Knob channels. There's a little pathway that goes down the hill towards Vault 96 that I decided to build this really nice scrappy gatehouse on. So without further ado, let's get started with the tour. The front entryway is relatively flat, so to speak, but I break it up using a lot of different textures, colors, height variations, and layering in a lot of decoration to kind of give it a really nice scrappy look. All the different textures, whether it's the vines, the defensive walls, or even the neon lights, really give the sense that this camp was thrown together with scraps found around the wasteland, and I think it looks pretty good. Alright, let's continue the tour inside. Alright, up next is the really groundbreaking stuff, the vendor and crafting area. I decided to keep both areas relatively simple just because I needed the budget elsewhere. Alright, as we head into the main part of the camp, I just want to say I'll be pointing out different merges and different things along the way. But if you do have any questions about anything I did, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I'd be more than happy to explain or elaborate on all that kind of stuff. So definitely let me know. So the first merge I'm going to show you is this wooden bench that I merged into the Blue Ridge Caravan truck bed. And the reason I did that was to give people a place to sit while they're watching the concert. So let me show you what I did. Alright, first grab your bench and set it on the tailgate. It should place pretty easily. Align it so that it kind of makes sense, so it's not too crooked. And then grab the whole thing and drop merge it down using the pressure plate merge. The ground at this camp isn't very level, so I'm going to merge the truck bed down onto a rock so that it can sink down into the ground a little bit. I ended up going a little bit too far, so I'm going to place it on the camp module to pop it back up a little bit. As we keep going, you'll see a Mothman target that's merged into a Mothman egg clutch, as well as the gas sign that's merged down into the concrete tire barrier. This all leads to the bathroom that's neatly tucked away inside a covered bridge piece. The bathroom itself is pretty basic. You got a sink, a toilet, and a couple other doodads here and there. I did try to squeeze in a shower, but I didn't quite get it to work, so that's not here unfortunately. If you did want to see how I built out the entire bathroom, or really anything in the camp for that matter, check out some of my recent live streams because I did actually a lot of building, decorating, and just kind of overall layout on those streams, and it's a lot of fun to hang out with you guys. So come check them out if I'm on there, but also check out some of the recordings as well. Alright, up next we have the southern entrance that's fortified by this scaffolding that I'm using to kind of make a nice little hangout area, which leads us to our next merge, which is adding a little bit of decoration to this patio table. Using just a tiny bit of budget to add little details like this goes a long way in adding to the immersion of your camp. Start out by placing an old dirty mat down on the ground, and then in each of the four corners, add in something that you would want to see on a table. So in this instance, I'm using a cup, a mug, and a couple jars. When you're done, lift it up and set it on top of the patio table, getting it as close to the center as you can. Once you have it the way you want it, grab the whole thing and start drop merging it using the pressure plate technique. Once I have the table placed where I want it, I'll typically burn the entire thing so that I can place chairs anywhere I want to around it. From up here we can get a pretty good overhead view of the courtyard and the general layout of the camp. When I started building, I didn't really have a specific idea in mind, but I think it all came together really well. I typically say always start out with a theme and then work from there, but sometimes if you don't have one, it's actually a great motivator to like learn new tricks or like try new items that you've never used before. So that's kind of what I did here. As we head outside the southern gate, you'll notice to the left we have a little storage area, and then to the right we have a little defensive barrier. Not a whole ton of decoration here, but I don't really think we need it too much. It's always important, especially if you want to do immersive building, to make sure that your structures look at least a little bit supported. I mean, we all need support, don't we? But in this instance, for this defensive barrier, I'm using the spikeboard traps, which actually I think look really good here. Alright, let's quickly head up the side here, and the only thing I was going to show you was this Old West card that if you burn, it'll give off this destroyed look. It won't disappear, which is, I think, pretty cool. Alright, let's head back into the courtyard and I'll show you the next merge that I want to highlight, which is this Corvega trailer couch lounger. Start off by adding a couch onto the Corvega trailer. I'm using the red kind of grungy looking one here because it actually fits really well once it's kind of nestled inside. Make sure it's all lined up in the back and then start merging. Next, we're going to add the park sign to the back side of the trailer, and in order to do that so it fits, I'm going to merge it down onto a snow globe real quick so that the snow globe will act as kind of like the foot for the base, and so it'll fit on the trailer with no problem. To finish it off, I added some curtains and the Cappy Cupid wall decor item thing, but you're welcome to decorate however you want. Alright, let's take a look at the stage and bar area. Two things that I actually didn't initially plan to have in this build, but I think it all came together really well in the end. I added a little seating area and bar right in front of the stage because I thought it'd be kind of a cool little hangout spot. So for people that are really into the music and want to hang and chill, this is somewhere that they can come and really hang. Let me just say, you guys, the performances are wild, alright? We have weekly ham bone competitions that turn this place into a fucking circus. For the stage itself, I used a variety of different instruments. They're all playable, so if you're on PC and you see me online, come over and jam sometime. To the side of the stage here, we have an entryway into the back part of the bar where I have a little bit of stuff set up for Beckett so he's not locked in like last time, and he has some stuff to do, like he can sit and play cards or play darts, you know, whatever he wants to do to keep himself busy. Overall, I really like how this portion of the build turned out. Like I said, it wasn't really something I initially planned. I did want to use the stage, but I didn't actually think I was going to put instruments on there, but it kind of turned out well. Alright, so I really wanted a big centerpiece for the stage, since it's going to be kind of like a rock venue. So I'm using the Blood Eagle Totem that I merged into the roof pieces above the stage, and that leads us into our final merge showcase for this build. Alright, grab your totem and set it on a small rug. Here I'm just using one of the basic mats, but you can generally use whatever rug you want as long as it fits. Grab the rug and place it on the camp module. If you keep selecting it, it'll gradually elevate the totem until you can get it at the perfect height. I realized that it wouldn't place even with the destroyed roofs, so your best bet is to just completely remove the roofs first and then destroy the totem. I had elevated it a little bit too much, so I'm just going to use the pressure plate technique to drop the totem back down a little bit so that it sits flush in the roof. Once you have the totem placed where you want it, destroy it using the flamethrower trap, and then replace the roofs. It just works, you guys. Alright, let's head upstairs and check out the patio and bedroom. The entry to the upper level using the roof is a little hacky, I'm not going to lie, but I think it actually does a really good job of kind of showcasing the scrappiness of it. And you see a lot of other buildings around the Wasteland use this kind of similar technique where getting into weird spaces, you gotta kind of meander around using unconventional methods. Nothing really too crazy going on here with the patio and bedroom. They're both decorated relatively simply. Really didn't do any merging or anything like that, but it gets the job done and doesn't take away from any of the vibe of the entire camp. So yeah, that's the camp. I really hope you liked it and got some ideas for your next build, and I hope you kind of dug this new format for the videos. I'm going to try to do a little bit better job of explaining how I merge things and how, like, you know, my decision process for doing things a certain way. So if you do like that and you're not yet subscribed, definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell and smash that like button. And to all of you who joined my live stream and kind of watched me build this whole camp, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Keep an eye out for future live streams where I'll be doing more Fallout 76 builds and probably just general playthroughs of both 76 and kind of other games as well. I'd love to know what you think of this camp down in the comments. Until next time, I will catch you all later. Have a great one.